Meanwhile, back in February.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life.
Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday, February 3rd. I believe it's February 3rd. And so y'all know where we at right now. Jay did all the things. He did all the things. He just still has to talk to G about everything. And he even researched what it would take for him to drive Uber in this area, because I thought that you just come and just start driving, but turns out when he's in this area, his Uber app it has like Uber Eats. He could do Uber Eats, but it doesn't have the driving feature for him. And so come to find out, he has to make sure that his car is properly registered in this area and all of that stuff before he's allowed to do that. So he's even taking initiatives to figure that stuff out, because we haven't really talked about the process or the plan. But the plan is he's just gonna, at first he was looking for a job here so that he would have something to transfer into, but that was proven to be a little more difficult, being long distance, and it's kind of doesn't feel as urgent. And sometimes when people are going through resumes and applications and things like that, they see you live in Miami, it's like, and the interviewing thing, that was just going to be a little more not necessary, honestly. And so I had been saying to him, babe, you could just come here and do Uber until you get what you need. That's the way I see it. And the reason why this works, and the reason why this will work for us, is because Jay has super little overhead. He just has a car payment, y'all, like car insurance, child support. His overhead is little. He doesn't have debt. He has some savings, and my overhead is little. I don't have like this big expensive lifestyle. Y'all, my mortgage is $1,500 a month. Come on. I live in a 5-bedroom, 6,000 square foot home. So $1,500 a month doesn't take nothing to pay those bills, right? And the way I see it is, and this might be TMI, I don't know, but the way I see it is, he doesn't have to start contributing to the household here until we get all those things sorted out. Like, this is the risk, not the risk, the sacrifice and the investment we're making for this. That's the way I see it. He don't necessarily see it like that, because he don't feel all that great about but I feel perfectly great, because I always said from day one, Jay's values in my life has never been about money, has never been about financial contribution. For a lot of women, that's a thing, and I think that sometimes that's the thing because life can be hard sometimes, trying to make ends meet, do your dreams, go on your extracurricular things, and all of that. But for me, that's not the case, because we are so abundant over here. We are so abundant. And so it took a second, but I'm so happy that he finally felt like he's ready for that, and that this is a yes. And it's scary for him, because he's the one risking it all. He's risking it all, right? He's moving to my safe, stable place. And I'm saying safe and stable, whereas for me, it's safe and stable for me, right? I'm not taking myself out of my environment and putting myself in somebody else's environment, whereas if it don't work out, then what? I've risked it all. So that's what he's doing. He's risking it all. Yeah, so I'm just like, wow. And so how do I feel now that it's like, yo, the time is here, guys. I bought my one-way ticket yesterday to Miami. I'll be going there on February 23rd, which he feels like I need to be there. He wants me to be there sooner, but it'll be all right. Like, we're still balancing and juggling things. So I'm going there on February 23rd, and from the 23rd all the way until like the 1st of March or whatever, we'll be using that time to get back here. So not sure like what day we're going to leave Miami to actually make the drive back. But I know that he is going to just give up all of his furniture and all of the things and just basically just bring his clothes and stuff like that. So again, he is risking it all, y'all, for me. He is risking it all. And I don't want to think too deeply about it because y'all know how I get when I'm a crybaby. But good gracious, guys. It has been about 16 years. I think I did the numbers the other day. I believe it was 16 years since I lived with a man. 16 years. I'm not worried about that. I think that that's going to be fine because Jay is super easy. You know, we did stay together for 4 months before in his man cave and with no problems, no issues. I do feel like I need to, because right now I feel like I live like I live in a dorm. I be in my bedroom doing quick instant meals. I clean up behind myself when I feel like it, unless I have tenants. When I have tenants, I'm more mindful of that because what I know about being having tenants and roommates is people will follow your lead. If I leave dishes unwashed, they'll leave dishes unwashed. So you have to kind of set the example that you hope to keep and maintain when it comes to things like that. So that's usually not a problem when I have people in the house. But yeah, I just have to be more mindful of I'm partnering with another person. He doesn't say that. I said this to him. Told him this, and he doesn't feel that way. He feels like I can be me and do what I do, and it's okay. And he's so serious. Like, he is for real with his word. He doesn't take it back. I just want to be better for us. I want to be better. I want to have a home. Right now, I have a house. I want to have a home now. And, speaking to my ladies out there, because my story in relationships was much like so many people's stories. Just really, as you get older, it's harder to find people you truly connect with and truly gel with. And I think that's only because as we get older, we know who we are. We become more particular, right? When I was younger, in my 20s, you can meet a guy who's working whatever kind of job or in between jobs, doing this, doing that, and it's okay because you was on that grind too, right? When you're younger, in your early 20s and things like that, we're gonna grind together. We're gonna figure it out together. We're gonna go gadget whatever together. And that's what I found. So when I was younger, it was easy to find. Now I'm dating this one. Oh, now I can date that one. Oh, here's my boyfriend. Here's my man. Because your standards, not that they weren't as high, but the pool that you were in with your age group, none of you were truly established or truly settled or truly set in a thing. Everybody was on the journey of either we're in school trying to get our degree, trying to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our lives, or we're just starting careers, or we're trying to figure out what we want our career to be. So it was easier to find people who qualified. As you get older, y'all, life be doing its thing with you. So now you got things like kids, relationships with different women who may have your kids, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Are you in your 40s or late 30s or 30s and you still trying to find yourself? Are you still struggling to find a job? A lot of people are married by now because, in that role to being established. So it's harder to find a person that you truly connect with, that you truly want to connect with. Somebody who's into what you're into, y'all. Y'all know what I'm into. I'm into money, I'm into finances, and I'm into traveling. I met people who, they don't want to travel, y'all. And then when I do travel, they try to shame me about traveling. Or they'll hit me with well, how you going to build something when you always gone, right? So now I meet this man. I have been single for 13 years when I met Jay. I had already been single, solo dolo, not a boyfriend. Had some situationships, y'all know, but not a for real committed relationship with any person for 13 years. And then I meet this beautiful man who lives way in Miami, long distance. What we gonna do about it? You know what we're going to do about it. We're going to do the thing. And I already talked about this and why and all of the signs that led up to this moment, the moment that I met him. And it turned out to be the easiest thing ever. So easy that even him moving here or me moving there was never a pain point. I never felt like this is what you need to do because you need to be here. If he wanted to stay in Florida for another year or whatever, we were still going to continue having fun on this journey because I love the fact that we were able to build a relationship, something I always dreamt of, where you get to date around the world. You know, you got this guy and y'all meet all over the world for your dates. We meet up all over the world. And when we don't have a place to meet up, he either comes here and we kick it here, or I go there to Miami, which isn't a bad place at all to be. Always feels like a vacation. 13 years, and then I met this man, and he and I dated for 3 years, and now this is the next evolution in our relationship. And I think I'm saying all of that to say I built a wonderful career, a wonderful lifestyle, wonderful income, wonderful friendships, wonderful relationships, wonderful family life, just all of the things, my hobbies, from YouTube to snowboarding to yoga and traveling, all of this stuff I've always done solo. And then I meet this wonderful man who can rock with me, who can keep up with me, who wants to do these things, who be wearing me out because I be like, dude, I don't want to go nowhere. And he is down for it. He is about his finances. He makes over 6 figures. He is doing so well for himself. And now we get to combine. I met somebody, y'all. I met somebody on my terms. I did not have to compromise anything. I don't feel like he had to compromise anything. Again, the whole moving here situation is, of course, that's a huge sacrifice that he's doing for me. But what I'm saying is, in the making of this relationship, in the working of this relationship, he got to be who he is and I got to be who I am. And it was all love. It is all love. So I'm just so happy and so freaking excited for this next evolution of what are we going to do. Because I do feel like we work so well together, and he does help push me for the better when it comes to, because you know I tell y'all a bunch of things I want to do and I'm gonna do and I'm working on doing, and I tell him do too, and he be trying to hold me to things and I be all irritated and mad because I'm like, I'm tired. But when he's here, when we're together, he doesn't just say it. Like on the phone, only thing he can do is say, did you do this, did you drop, and I'm like, shut up, I don't want to do it. I mean, I don't say shut up, we don't talk like that, but you know, my soul be like. But when he's with me, he actually helps me. You know, it's like, what can I do to help you where you're with what you're trying to do? What can I do to help him with what he's trying to do? And I just feel like we're going to do so much better together. And more than achieving anything physical, like anything like in the physical, I really feel like what we really do help each other achieve, honestly, is just more happiness, more relaxation, and just more enjoying on this planet, because I really have a really good time whenever I'm with him. Just from the simplest of things, from walking down the street to going to a Broadway show. I just have such a good time with him. It's always fun. It's always fun. And I just so look forward to continuing the fun every single day.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life.